March 18th, 1915, Allied ships have officially entered the Dardanelles Strait. This event is finally taking place after Winston Churchill's new war front was proposed only a few months ago on November 25th, 1914.
This attack, which began on February 19th, 1915, was led by British and French naval ships with the intent of controlling the sea route from Europe to Russia.
Now let's go to Ava, who's with a witness at the scene.
Thanks, Allie. We're here with Dudley, a British tourist visiting Turkey who observed from the mainland. Now, what exactly happened here?
Well, it all began with open fire from Turkish and Allied battleships. At first, there were missiles launched everywhere in every direction that started the sinking of 3 ships, leaving another 3 severely damaged. There were soldiers jumping off the boats as they sunk. Some of them they made out alive, but a good number of them died. It's not looking good for us.
Thank you for your time. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ava. Overall, the attack on the Dardanelles Strait was a failure for both the French and British, having resulted in the death of approximately 27,000 people. Not only have there been a great many casualties on both sides, but it seems like there are more attacks to come.
Now we have a live reenactment of today's attack.
Yeah.
There's just been an update on the Turkish front, including the major land invasion on the Gallipoli Peninsula earlier this year on April 25th. The attack was made by British and French forces along with Anzac, comprised of troops from Australia and New Zealand. In mid-October, the Allied forces suffered multiple losses and failed to make any sufficient advancements from their initial landing sites. A failure to break this stalemate, along with the significant casualties, has forced Allied troops to evacuate the Turkish battlefront beginning immediately. All troops are expected to be evacuated by the end of January. Thank you.
Now we'll hear from 2 experts on the conflict. With us today are Ava Dane and Dylan Rushby. Thank you guys for coming. Now Ava, I understand you're here representing Turkey.
Thank you, Ian. Yes, Turkey has recently come under attack by not 1, but 5 countries, all on behalf of the Allied powers. There are troops from France, Britain, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, all attacking Turkey with everything they got. This country has still managed to fight off these advances, despite their seemingly inconsequential standing in the war. Now, the Allied powers have no vendetta against Turkey, they merely want to control the waterfront. Frankly, I'm glad the Allied powers are finally accepting defeat and giving up on this foolish and violent ploy.
Yes, these 4 Allied powers are turning on Turkey and trying to take over the waterfront. Now this event is violent and still not over. At least 480,000 Allied forces were involved in the Gallipoli campaign with the detrimental cost of 250,000 casualties, 65,000 of those dead. The naval attack was replied to and led to 8 months of fighting. We still have yet to outcome, but the Allied powers are looking strong. Back to you, Ian.
Thanks, Dylan. Now, I understand that there was a naval attack that developed into a land battle lasting several months with severe damage on both sides. Here we have a clip from the land battles after the Allied powers attacked Turkey with the intention of gaining control on the waterfront.
land battle taking place after the water battle, which the Allies had won, having taken over the waterfront, which gives them the control of the Mediterranean Sea and essentially giving easy access between the Western Allied countries and Russia. On top of this, Bulgaria and Italy were both encouraged to join the Allied powers. This would be a huge advantage for these countries and would be used to attack if the Allies have ever lost control of Gallipoli.
The land battle has intensified as shown in the previous video. On March 7th, the Turks secretly planted 10 rows of landmines across the bay without being detected. Not having known, the Bouvet, a French ship, hit a mine and capsized within 2 minutes and resulted in the loss of 700 crewmen.
There have been a noticeable change of events with the Turks increasing their fighting, so we have another reported update on this event. After the waterport attack and the land battle having lasted 8 months, the attack has been drawn into Egypt.